Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, and this is going to be kind of like to hell with extra eps, or to hell with the KDR extra episode, if you guys understand what I mean. And this is going to be a very short one because this is mainly I want to talk about two things here: one, my personality, and two, my recent, beef with Kagan. So let's start with the recent beef with Kagan. So, at the time of this recording, it is pretty much like evening now. It's like pretty much 8:30 at night, and at the time of recording, I had put up the two videos, basically me bashing on Kagan as hard as I could, earlier this morning and earlier this afternoon. So after that video, Kagan sent me a YouTube PM and talked to me over Skype. Basically we just cleared this thing up, and apparently Kagan seriously did not know, and like what he did wrong, and basically what he said to who was it again, Shadowlance, like I mentioned in my explanation videos, like he said like, oh lol, to everything that Shadow said. It was basically him like being amused at like not knowing what was going on. So according to him, it wasn't really his fault, and I want to think that way, but at the same time I can't really bring myself to completely forgive him. But I can understand that he doesn't want any trouble either, and to be honest, I also didn't want to have to put up those explanation videos, but me being the raging Asian that I am, you guys know me, hopefully anyway, I decided to throw those videos up and basically just bash on Kagan as hard as I could, all I could. So, yeah, this video is partly, or the first half of this video anyway, or something like that. I don't know how long this video is, hopefully it won't be too long, but basically the first part of this video is just basically me giving a public apology, how should I even say this, to Kagan and the people, everyone, either his own subs, fans, whatever you want to call them, and the people who I offended with my language. I know for a fact that I was pretty harsh in that second part, and there were many of you were quite frankly pretty pissed off at me for that. So I completely understand where you guys are coming from. I know maybe that my choice of language wasn't necessarily the best, but what's done is done, and probably many of you don't even see me in as great of light as you guys probably have before, but that's okay. I can deal with that, and I just wanted to let you know that right now, as of now, Kagan and I have kind of made up, so to speak. I mean, Kagan knows that, or I hope he knows that. I still do not, trust him, as in, like, I still haven't forgiven him completely for what he's done, but, I still see value in the fact that, we shouldn't really drag this on any longer. So, most likely, after this video is put up, I'm going to get rid of the two explanation videos so that you guys never have to see those again, and be infuriated by what I have to say. So yes, I am very sorry, Kagan, for basically bashing on you and causing a lot of people to turn against you, even though you didn't really do anything. And I mean, if that's the case, then that's great, because or I shouldn't really say that's great. I feel like I was already an asshole anyway, but I feel like I'm becoming even more of an asshole by saying that. But anyways, I mean, Kagan, if what you say is true, then I'm sorry. And hopefully we can all get over this. I don't expect you to forgive me for what I've done to you as in retaliation, because that's fine. But I mean, I suppose shit happens, and people are gonna get hurt. And I've hurt you, you've hurt me, maybe, and apparently there were lots of misunderstandings that I kind of overreacted to. I don't know really what exactly went on. Maybe nobody knows, but what's clear is that I went out, bashed Kagan, and maybe I shouldn't have done that now. Now that I think about it, now that I know that now that I'm aware that Kagan is trying to tell me that he didn't intend for any kind of weird stuff to go on, like he didn't intend to accidentally leak the entire Tribune on his channel and whatever. So for that, in that respect, Kagan and whoever I offended, I am very sorry. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, I really am, and hopefully we can all get over this now, and try moving on from this. If you guys still don't, if you guys in turn still can't forgive me for hating on Kagan and calling me out and telling him to burn in hell, then that's fine. I don't exactly care about being hated or loved or whatever. You guys can think of me whatever you guys want, and for those guys who will eventually stick with me, then thank you. If you guys are going to leave me because you think I'm an asshole now, then bye. I suppose I'll see you later. But for now, I just wanted to let you guys know that Kagan and I have resolved this issue. Have resolved this issue for the time being, anyway. So hopefully nothing really serious comes out of this anymore. That being said, I do want to talk about why this happened and what my what my train of thought was as I was putting up those videos. So this is the To Hell with KDR portion of the video. So hopefully I can have this under like 15 minutes or something. So if you guys have watched my previous To Hell with KDR videos, you guys would know that I'm an introverted guy, and I don't like, talking with people. I typically tend to keep to myself. So I don't really have the, the emotional stability, so to speak, or the social skills to be able to control my emotions, especially if there's a time of conflict. So I typically tend to get very, very fired up very quickly, especially if it has something directly to do with me. And in this case, I mean, I don't know if you guys will agree with me using my recent conflict with Kagan as a good example, but I mean, it's the best I can use right now because, it's so recent. And when Kagan first threw up that tribunal and basically just leaked it for us, even though apparently he didn't really mean to, and because he didn't know about our plan to kind of split it up amongst the tribunal members. When I first saw that, I got really pissed off, and immediately my mind got thinking to not only how can we have Kagan take it down so that it doesn't get ruined any further, but not only that, but also here's the dickish part: how I can get back at Kagan. So that was pretty much what I was trying to do, or not. I don't want to say that's what I was trying to do, but definitely it was there in my head that there's this grudge against Kagan, and the reason for that is that my personality is very, very aggressive at times because like I mentioned just before, because if it has something directly to do with me and I'm being hurt in some way, I tend to get really, really defensive, and I usually when that happens, I usually become so stubborn to the point where I'm going to hurt someone, either physically or through words, like my recent conflict with Kagan. And pretty much nothing will stop me. I will not stop until somebody gets hurt, and I know that I've gotten back at somebody somehow. Obviously, that's not a very healthy way of living your life, I know, and thankfully I haven't done that to many people yet. Keyword yet. But I mean, that kind of mentality leads me to do these kinds of things where, maybe, possibly it wasn't anyone's fault, and I go out there, call people out, do things that, make me look like a fucking dick. So, on top of that, I also want to mention the fact that, my mentality towards my channel and my videos is that for the most part, you guys can say whatever the hell you guys want, and typically most of the time I don't care. Maybe if I'm in a bad mood and there's these comments left by some really, really dumb people that are completely ignorant and do not have any freaking idea what they're talking about, and gets me really pissed off, maybe I'll have a comment war with them, and eventually maybe I'll even block that person if I think he's too, if he's basically not worthy of viewing my videos. On top of that, let me go on a side tangent here again. On top of that, I have this arrogance. Maybe some of you guys will be able to tell, but I had this sort of arrogance that that caused me to say that what I just said. If I don't like a certain person because I don't think if I block a certain person, maybe the reason for that is because I don't think he's worthy of viewing my videos. That kind of mentality is also not very healthy either, but it's something I've always had, until like ever since high school, ever since beginning high school anyway, I've had that mentality, and I know it's not very healthy. In fact, it's not healthy at all, because I mean, it makes you look like a fucking dick, me included. I'm pointing at myself here, but also, you know, it causes me to say things and do things that I am completely fearless to do. Like the second part, you know, I've said like some really extreme things to that explanation video. Like I told Kagan to go burn in hell because he's a fucking fag and stuff like that. And that's a perfect example of, you know, my kind of aggressive personality, especially over like the internet, you know, because I strictly believe that anyone has the right to say anything. Like, you know, the freedom of speech clause of the American, you know, Bill of Rights and stuff like that. But I mean, at the same time, I can't deny that, you know, I do that all the time myself. Or not really all the time, but I do that quite frequently, on a frequent basis, either in, like, you know, replies to people leaving comments. Like, I've gotten lots of comments before, telling me to either calm down because, you know, it's not worth, either it's not worth, you know, arguing at somebody, or with somebody rather, over a particular topic, or, you know, it's, you know, I shouldn't really be raging in the first place. Like, they don't understand, like, why I'm raging at that person, and maybe only I can understand. But usually, if that's the case, then usually I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, it's just, the point is that I typically typically say whatever's on my mind, and if I'm resolute on saying it and letting my subscribers know, or letting the world know, then I will say it without any remorse. But in this case, it seems like, you know, I've you know, done some really questionable things, and for that, I also, once again, I would like to apologize, and hopefully I will not have to, you know, hopefully I will not go on another rampage like this and just completely go flip people off next time I do that. I don't know what I'll do next time, but, you know, I mentioned before in some of my previous THWK KDR episodes, I think anyway, that my mental stability is not exactly the greatest. And this is a perfect example. If I get really fired up, if I get really riled up for whatever goddamn reason, this is what's gonna happen. I will say things without any fear of what happens to me. I don't care what people have to say in the comments. Whatever I say, I will say. And if you disagree with me, then fine. It's just that I don't really give a damn. So that's kind of my personality, so to speak, and it's a very rude personality, I know, but to me anyway, it at least shows that I'm not afraid to say whatever the hell I want to say, and typically speaking, you guys should have that attitude as well. If you guys are normally shy, if you guys are normally timid and don't really voice your own opinions as much, I mean, this is the internet. You can say what the hell you want, and you can most likely get away with it. I mean, that mentality itself, goddamn fucking phone, that mentality itself is also kind of dangerous, that you can just say whatever you want over the internet and get away with it. But for the most part, no one's gonna stalk you for what you say, and I mean, that just shows that, you know, you're not afraid to, you know, go up against someone like me, who has a decent amount of subscribers and a decent following of people. I know I've got my own fanboys out there, and I'm not going to deny that at all. It's just that if you have something to say and you disagree with what I say, then go ahead, by all means say it, because I mean, it's not like I'm going to turn off ratings like a certain like I'm not going to turn off ratings just because, oh, there's so many dislikes, oh, I'm going to turn off ratings because it looks bad. Come on, I've had lots of other videos where I've put up like either questionable content in terms of like whatever I did or whatever I say, and one example being like the video that shows my last clan war into the Idiotmobile, which was my previous clan before All We Do Is Win. And that video had a lot of dislikes. In fact, it was like nearly half and half, I think, last time I looked at it. So, I mean, if for whatever reason you have something to say that, you know, I don't agree with, it's not, I mean, you might run a risk of me going completely apeshit crazy on you, but for the most part, you'll see me just, you know, just leave you guys alone with your opinions, because, I mean, I do the same thing, and I don't really believe in denying someone else of that privilege as well. So, how long has been talking? Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes, so, I think it's a good time to end it here. It's just that I wanted to let you guys know that this video is meant to be a public apology to Kagan and whoever I offended, whether it be his own fans or his own subs or just people who don't think that I behaved appropriately. Like, I noticed that on my second explanation part 2, that at the top comment was, I mean, we understand that it went something along the lines of, we understand that you put a lot of effort into this tribunal, but making an entire video and basically flipping off Kagan is not mature. I understand, so for that I do apologize. I've pretty much acted a little bit immaturely. Actually, who am I kidding? I did act immaturely, but then again, do I care? No, but because I've already said it, that video is already up. Maybe about 300, 200 people already seen it, so they already know. But at the same time, I do acknowledge that, I went overboard, and I shouldn't have said such extreme things with such I don't want to say willingness, but such ease, so maybe next time I should watch, if I'm going to, bash on someone, maybe I should watch what I say first before worrying about anything else. But in any case, I do apologize for that. I'm really sorry, and not only to Kagan, who may or may not be watching this video. Maybe he will, because I have a feeling he, had watched my other videos, or maybe someone told him about my videos, basically bashing on him. So, whatever the case, we've hurt each other both, and we both want to, lay off on this, and just not let this become a huge deal, as it might be. So, and also, you guys now know a little bit more about my own personality. It's not the greatest, I know. I'm not the most pleasant person to be with, especially, and that's obviously especially apparent now that I've, put out these videos basically bashing on Kagan and other comments, other like pretty angry, raging Asian style comments on, people who, may not have the greatest comments in the world, but still didn't really warrant me yelling the fuck out of them. So, I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say I don't know, but I mean, I've done some stupid shit. Kagan's done some stupid crap, but apparently, according to Kagan, and according to, or not really according to, but from what Kagan has told me, and from what Arctic and the others have told me over Skype when they watched the second part, yeah, I did take it a little bit overboard, and I understand that. So I do apologize for that. Do I regret saying that? Not really. But because I mean, it's already done. I've already said it, and already pretty much everyone knows. I shouldn't really say everyone, but soon pretty much everyone will know what I've said today. And I mean, if it's something I gotta deal with, I gotta deal with it. So I mean, not everything in life is gonna be all fine and dandy, and me running through sunflower fields, hopping with a basket underneath my arm with all sandwiches and shit. I don't know why I was trying to go there, but in any case, so this is gonna be the end of the video. I don't want to waste any of you guys' time, because I know some of you guys are really angry at me anyway. So thank you guys very much for watching, if you're still watching, and I do want to tell you guys who did unsub from Kagan to go back and sub to him, because I personally, I don't trust the guy still, but I can definitely see that he doesn't want any trouble either. And knowing how I do feel, if he really did mean no harm, then I do feel that he didn't know anything, didn't know any better, and then when I started bashing him, he was like, dude, what the hell, man? So I do understand that feeling, because I've basically felt it myself too. So I do like to apologize to that. I didn't want, if it was indeed the case that Kagan was not intentionally trying to screw the rest of us over, then I'm really sorry, because I'm pretty sure I've convinced lots of people to, I shouldn't really say lots, but like at least a decent amount of people to unsub from Kagan. And for those guys who did, I kind of want you guys to go back and sub to him, because I specifically mentioned that I didn't want anyone to unsub from him. Technically speaking, just let you guys know that I think he's an a-hole, but now I really want you guys to go back and sub to him, because I didn't really intend you guys to unsub from him in the first place. And now that Kagan has talked to me and told me that he didn't mean to do anything, then I mean, now it makes me look even more like a dick. So yeah, if you guys still think I'm a dick, then that's fine, because in a sense I kind of deserve it. But in any case, you guys now know that now Kagan and I may not are not exactly friends, but still we're at least we're neutral now. So hopefully we do not have any more beef between us. hopefully. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. This commentary is about 20 minutes long now, so I better stop talking. See you later. ゆっくりしてってね。